It's been 5 years since Albuquerque police discovered 11 women buried on the West Mesa. So what has happened with the investigation into that horrific crime in that time? News 13's Kim Holland is going on special assignment tonight at 10 o'clock on KRQE. She's here this morning with a preview. Good morning, Kim.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing well, thanks.
Good.
And you?
Happy Friday.
Oh, yes, happy Friday. Your story, though, is not so happy. It's been 5 years since these 11 women murdered were discovered. You have new information tonight on this investigation.
We do, Matt, and it's stuff that's never been reported before. I've been working this case and was on it early when it happened in 2005 when they started unearthing all these 11 women that were found naked in these shallow graves. One of the women was pregnant. And there's been some details that we've been sitting on so that we didn't hinder the investigation. And now that time has passed, it's okay to release some of this information, so we are doing so.
All right, you're only going to see it tonight on News 13. I don't want to give away that new information you're talking about, but I do want to talk about this is not just a police story, it's an emotional story. You talk with some of these women, families, and they are not happy today.
They are absolutely not happy, and we'll get into why, but there's a lot that's happened in the case that has not been released. It almost seems like the case is stagnant, and the families ask, what's happening with this case? We haven't heard from police. So we kind of delve into a little bit, and there's some interesting stuff that we're releasing. Not only are we going to be naming some of the suspects they're looking at, we got a number of how many suspects they're looking at, but they use some very specific tactics, I'm talking about detectives, to try to draw out some of these suspects. Positioned people in certain ways that did certain things that kind of see if they could lure somebody in.
Very, very interesting. They still have not caught this West Mesa murderer, as they call this person. You talk about these suspects, and again, I just want to emphasize this. You're going to name names tonight about who police are looking at in this investigation.
We absolutely are. And police know that we've got these names that we've been holding on to that have been in the investigation back from 2005. So we kind of update the case, name the suspects, talk about the tactics, and talk to the victim's family. This is the huge scene that was, you know, in 2005 when they unearthed some of these women's bodies, and the families have just been searching for answers and wondering what's been happening with the case, so we update that as well.
Okay, and again, you're going to talk about where the case goes from here, how close they possibly are to figuring out who did this. You're only going to see this information with Kim Holland tonight on special assignment on News 13 at 10 o'clock. Kim, thank you so much for coming in for the preview this morning. I love it when you wear those boots, by the way. By the way, 8:51, here's Chad.